So, welcome back, friends. It's been quite a difficult day for the Indian stock markets, and once again, we see a great amount of pressure coming in the Indian markets, and we saw the um, markets reeling on the back of the US stock futures declining rather sharply. Particularly, we had the Nasdaq futures down more than 650 points while the trading was going on in India. Now, the crux of this whole thing, of course, lies in China's startup DeepSeek, which has used downgraded versions of the NVIDIA chips to be able to come out with an very intelligent artificial intelligence app that acquired center stage and was a top downloaded app on the Apple Store on Sunday. So in a short period of time, just by some $7 to $8 million, China's DeepSeek became a top downloaded app, and this raised questions about the huge amounts of spending that the big tech companies have been using and still not able to come up with a similar app. The Chinese startup DeepSeek and its rise to popularity has sparked concerns over the competitiveness in artificial intelligence and America's lead in the sector. That's what caused the Nasdaq futures to plummet. DeepSeek launched a free open source large language model in late December, claiming it was developed in just 2 months at a cost of under $6 million. And of course, these developments have bolstered questions about the large amounts of money that the big tech companies have been investing in artificial intelligence models and data centers. And NVIDIA, the chip designer who has been a major beneficiary of the AI hype, slid around 11%. With that, the mega cap tech stock was on track to notch its worst day since March 2020. NVIDIA's losses helped drive other AI trades and the broader US market lower. So we had Micron and ARM holdings drop more than 8% and 9% respectively. Broadcom and AMD lost more than 14% and 5% respectively. Constellation Energy and Vistra, two of the best known derivative plays tied to the power build out for AI, plummeted about more than 12% and 19% respectively. International markets also fell with the impacts. Netherlands-based chip companies ASML and ASM International both pulled back sharply in European trading. In Asia, the Japanese chip-related stocks, including Advantest and Tokyo Electron, were broadly lower. Now, as far as the effects on India are concerned, yes, now India has not done anything to do with these big tech companies as such. But the falling of the markets, since this is an interlinked system in the world, was there. But I had warned some time back also that the RBI expected to come out with some measures because the liquidity in the system is drying up. Just, I think, a little time back, about a little more than an hour back, we found that the RBI has announced a 60,000 crores OMO and other steps to inject liquidity into the system. The OMO purchase will be undertaken in 3 tranches of 20,000 crores each, wherein RBI will buy government securities from the open market. OMO will be undertaken in 3 tranches. RBI will be injecting money into the economy to influence interest rates and manage liquidity. The OMO auctions will take place on January 30. February 13 and February 20. This means action mode. The central bank will therefore purchase 7.59% notes, and this is something which is quite necessary. It was needed, but has come a little late, I would say, in my opinion. Should have done it much before, and but finally it is there. So it will be 7.59%. GS 2029, 7.18%. Government securities 2033, 2034, 2037, and securities worth 20,000 crores totaling on January 30. So this is something that the market should like, and the regulator will also conduct a USD INR buy-sell swap auction of $5 billion for a tenor of 6 months on January 30. All this comes before the budget is announced. The buy-sell swap auction is going to be done on January 31, which means on Friday or just one day before the budget. A 56-day variable rate repo VRR auction for 50,000 crores will also be held on February 7, 2025. RBI has already conducted 6 VRR auctions this month to help cash-strapped lenders. Now, this, all in all, this shows that there is a huge systemic liquidity deficit of around 3.13 lakh crores in the system. And the banking system is feeling the burden of costly deposits at a time when Trump's tariff threat and FPI selling dollars from the Indian equity markets has rattled the Indian stocks. So this type of infusion of liquidity should be helpful in the very short term. But how long it is here to stay is going to be another question. Friends, there are definitely issues of concern because there are too many moving parts. We have the Donald Trump era having started, and he is insisting on lower interest rates, which could be helpful to India, which means a weaker dollar. On the other hand, right now the government yields in the United States at 4.6% are really very competitive, and there has been a big outflow of money from the FPIs. So all in all, you have to look at the overall scenario, net, what this means for the Indian stock markets. To get to know more, do join our Premium Value or Value Plus. We'll tell you where the markets are headed from here. You can do that by WhatsApping us on 982-086-1044. My opinion is stay calm. And there are problems which are numerous for India, but I'm sure this first move of the RBI, the open auctions, these purchases of government securities to infuse liquidity will be one of the major steps. Whether Nirmala Sitharaman ji will be able to do something, a miracle in the budget, whether she will, now there's talk of corporate tax cut, but whether the capital gains tax cut is going to be possible by Nirmala ji, that is what the markets want. That is what they're looking for, which can turn the tables. Otherwise, you'll keep seeing the market sinking. Friends, do get in touch and do join our Value or Value Plus. Good groups. You get 1 week predictions in advance. We'll do our best in a rather difficult market. Number to get in touch, you may WhatsApp us 982-086-1044. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.